live from Painesville, and the program you're listening to is Let's Talk EcoBank. Welcome to Let's Talk EcoBank, a 1 hour discussion right here on Truth FM and EcoBank Liberia Facebook page. This is where we come every Wednesday to keep you abreast of activities that's happening right there at EcoBank Liberia. We discuss all the products and services that we offer as a financial institution in the country. Well, last week we looked at actually express account, and this week we're going to be looking at salary advance. So if you're interested, all the civil servants, salary earners, wherever you are, keep your dial set to Truth FM 96.1, and we're also live on EcoBank Liberia Facebook page. We have this program ongoing that you can request for 50% of your salary at EcoBank with only 3% in interest. 3%, that's the least, I think, so far in the country. And that's what we're going to be looking at this afternoon. So if you're interested, just stay with us. And to discuss this afternoon, I have with me our head of personal banking, the lady in charge of this service, Madam Kate Lawrence. Kate, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Kate. I am not hearing you. We're having technical challenges again this afternoon. Really play with the board here. Yeah, which one of the mic? Good afternoon, Kate.
Good afternoon, Ivy.
Okay, better now. Welcome to Let's Talk EcoBank.
Thank you, Ivy.
How are you this afternoon, Madam Lawrence? Okay, let's look at salary advance. We normally receive a lot of requests regarding salary advance. People keep wondering, what is it like? What is the process like? So just tell us a bit about this particular service or product. What is this salary advance scheme we have running at EcoBank?
Okay, so thank you, Ivy. We have been here before talking about salary advance, and so we would want to. This is like an emphasis on this particular product. So salary advance, it's a service, a monthly service that we give to salary customers who earn monthly salaries. So it's a loan that we give on a monthly basis, and that you can take 50% of the salary and pay after 30 days. And then we only charge an interest of 3%, for which we know that it's far cheaper than those who charge 25%, 20% out, and some even charge 50%. So the bank felt that, okay, let's give this product out to our salary earners who have some emergencies sometimes, you want to handle some emergencies like medical, you want to handle issues of death, you want to handle school fees, and you don't have the means at the time that those emergencies come because you are on events. So you can have access to the salary advance on your phone. You don't have to walk into a banking hall to request for that. You can easily just dial once you're enrolled on the platform, you can dial star 336 hash, and then you follow the promptings and you are able to access 50% of your salary, and then do whatever you have to do with it. After 30 days, you pay back. And then after that, you can take more. Okay. So every month you have access to that cash, that 50% of the salary. You take, you pay, you take, you pay, you take, you pay. And we put you on for a period of 1 year. So once you take it, we enroll you on the platform, you have 1 year to explore the service. After 1 year, we look at how your payment has been, and then we renew. So it's a product that we renew on a yearly basis.
Okay. The issue of salary advance is more of an emergency.
Yeah,
You could need maybe your car battery could be dead.
exactly.
Yes, this is rainy season. You could need school fees. There are a lot of things involved. Now we're looking at the enrollment. We're talking enrollment. It's not something that you can just sit in your house and just apply for it. So this enrollment process, just take us through. How long is it? What do you have to do? What are the requirements to be eligible for this salary advance?
Okay, thank you, Ivy. So over the 1 year that we started this product, what we did was that we went to various organizations and then had to talk to them for the payroll.
Okay.
For some reason, we don't know why the human resources are not providing the payrolls of the various organizations. However, we were able to just look at some of our salary earners from our point, and then we uploaded them on the service. Okay, so we did upload some, and then we were unable to upload others. However, those we uploaded have been able to access the funds. They have enjoyed it, and so this year we are looking at how to change things a little on the enrollment.
Okay.
So I think this is what I would want to talk about
Okay.
how
Yeah. Yeah.
we are changing something about the enrollment.
Yeah.
Instead of us now going to your employer for your employer to bring in your payroll, which is becoming a bit difficult, we are looking at every salary earner who takes the salary from EcoBank can go to any EcoBank branch, request for the salary advance form. You complete the form, and then you send the form to your HR. Your HR,
Okay, before you go further, sorry. So in a nutshell, now you do not need to go through your HR directly. You can walk to the bank.
okay,
And
yeah,
assuming you have your salary account with EcoBank, all you have to do is to walk directly to the bank and request that you want to be uploaded on the platform. Is that it?
yes.
Okay.
So when you go to the bank and then you request for it, they will give you a form. That form, you would have to fill the form, and then you will now send it to your HR to endorse. Because we realize that some of the HRs
Okay.
are not giving the payrolls because they are afraid that some of the staff may not, conform to the payments for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
But so what we're trying to do is that they should deal with the staff on individual basis. So if Ivy goes to the HR knows that okay, Ivy is somebody who is credible and I can sign and authorize.
Okay.
So when you take the form, you complete the form, you carry it to your HR will now authorize it, and then you bring it back to
So
us.
it has become mandatory that it should be authorized
Yes,
by
and
your
then the
HR.
HR just sign if they are comfortable with you being placed on the salary advance. And then you send it to the bank, and then 3 days after you have sent it to the bank, you would receive an alert
Okay.
on your phone that you are eligible for so and so amount,
Mhm.
and that is the amount that for the 1 year period you um you request for. You can request for amount that is more than what you are allotted to.
Okay. Now, another thing, after posting today the topic of for discussion today, I see a lot of people commenting that they were enrolled on the platform, but then all of a sudden they have been unenrolled. So why is it like that?
Okay, thank you, Ivy. As I said earlier, this we started this process in April last year, and so April 2024. It's been 1 year already. So those who
Yeah,
enrolled in
it's
April,
over a year.
it's expired. Those who enrolled in March,
Okay.
in May, it's expired. June, the same way. So for those who enroll between April and then June, their the loan, the tenure has ended.
Tenure. Okay.
So we're trying to get them back home. But getting them back home
Mm.
is based on credibility, you know.
Okay.
So we are looking at some of the how those who took the salary advance. We're looking at how the payment was like, whether they were able to pay on time.
Mhm.
So it's a bit of a process that we are looking at. So we know that there are people who are a bit impatient about it because it's been like redoing. Those who were those who did for April and May, those who expired in between April and May, they've already been uploaded. Those who are we feel that we can put them on for another year, we've uploaded them.
So do they have to come back if they're eligible? Do they have to come back to be re-uploaded or what? Do you elect them? How do you do it?
The thing is that the system, their own phone tells them once they try to request, they are told that it's expired. So I've
Okay.
had people call me, but the thing
Okay.
is, I'm not even waiting for people to call. What I'm trying to do is just to upload those who we feel that we can put them on. We were comfortable with this, their how they credited and how they pay their
Okay.
payment. So those have been already uploaded.
Okay.
Okay. So we're looking at those that we're trying to upload, those who are will be expired. Some people expire
June.
yes,
Let's just take it in June because
yes.
we today is just the second
And then
of
July
July.
1st, July 2nd, we did some uploads. So those are the people that we are working on to also upload.
And how long is that going to take?
They should give us to the end of this week. We will handle that.
Okay.
Yes. But having said that, Ivy, we've also placed these forms in the various branches of EcoBank.
Okay.
What we want our customers to do is to walk into the banking halls
Mm-hmm.
and then fill the form, request for the form, fill the form, go back to their employer, have it approved, and they bring it back to EcoBank.
Okay.
When they bring it back, within 3 working days, they should receive an alert that they have been pre-approved again for another 1 year.
So when you pick up the form from EcoBank, you take the form to your employer, specifically your HR. If the HR signs off on the form, you have to bring it back to EcoBank. So where at EcoBank are you taking that form? Are you taking it back to the same branch? Are you taking it to the consumer banking department? Are they going to ask for Madam Kate Lawrence to bring the form to you? Or are they going to ask for any member of your team? Where are they actually taking that form?
Okay, so Ivy, when they fill that for the form, they can send it to any branch that is closer to them.
Okay.
Because if they send it to the customer service in that branch, it would be scanned to me, and
Okay.
then I will do the upload. What they need to add up to the form is a copy of their ID card.
Okay.
A copy of their ID.
The office official ID card.
Yeah, it can be passport, it can be driver's
Well, not
license. Yes,
necessarily your
yes, not
institution.
necessarily. Yes,
Okay.
it can be your passport, it can be your driver's license, it can be your work ID. That's okay.
Okay. If you're just joining us, you are listening to Let's Talk EcoBank, a 1 hour discussion on EcoBank products and services right here on Truth FM 96.1. And we are also live on EcoBank Liberia Facebook page. Today, we are discussing the EcoBank Salary Advance Scheme, where you can request for 50% of your salary in case of any emergency. And we give it to you with an interest rate of only 3%. Now let's look at the issue of the emergency. To you, when you are filling the form, before I even go to that question, let me just announce the number quickly, just in case somebody wants to participate. You can call us on 0770 672 799. Again, 0770 672 799, just in case you have a question regarding the EcoBank Salary Advance Scheme. Now, if they fill in the form, what are some of the questions that are available on the form? Is there something that you would like to know the reason of that, of the emergency, or what? Or it's just open?
Okay, so for the form, we didn't include the reason. This is something 1 year. So whichever reason the person might have will not be something that the customer knows at the
Okay.
moment. Okay, so it's for 1 year. Anything can happen along the line. So we don't ask for um, the reason for it. We know it's salary advance.
Okay.
What we request is your name, your account number, your net salary, the organization you work for. Your employer would also sign on the form and then indicate his or her position. And this is just about it.
Okay, let me just take you back a bit. This issue, salary advance, I know other banks might be doing same, but looking at the interest rate of 3%, that is so minimum. So what actually prompted EcoBank to look at this initiative to like say, okay, I will resolve the issue of this emergency for a customer at the interest rate of just 3%? What actually prompted it?
Okay. So let me say, we realize that in our markets, we have a lot of issues of people want to borrow.
Yeah.
We realize that a lot of people want to borrow, maybe for so many reasons. As much as we want to teach people financial discipline, in some cases, it's just so hard to handle. And when you look at people need money, and then they would have to go to somebody and explain all their issues, and then at the end,
and everything. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't give you. When you have revealed a lot of things that you don't have to. We thought of, okay, so why don't we allow our customers to have something that they really do not need to work to, but maybe once we upload them on, that would be the first, the initial problem that might be a bit, you would have to fill a form, but then at the end of the day, you can sit in the comfort of your bed and then request for that salary advance and later walk out to either withdraw, or maybe you can do a transfer from your account even to your Momo account. We see people do that most of the time. So we thought of this, and then we looked at when people go out there to borrow, we realize that they are charged a lot.
And they're even requested to bring collateral and everything. Yeah.
Sometimes it's just 1 month. The person needs the money for a month or maybe 2 months, and then you realize that the person is paying about 25%. I met somebody, and then the percentage that they talked about, that they were charged was almost 50%.
Wow.
And so if you look at some of these things, the person doesn't have the money and they need just something small to do some, for an emergency. You charge the person that much. That means that the problem of the person is compounded. And these kind of loans are never completely paid.
Yeah.
The person keeps owing and owing and owing.
For 50% interest? What?
You have to resort to something, they say a dig hole to cover hole, And so we just wanted to help our customers to come out of this thing called digging hole and covering hole. So now, if we give you this percentage, we don't think it's something that nobody.
3% is very minimum. Yeah.
So that is just why we thought of that.
So this salary advance scheme, does it cover every salary earner, or is restricted or limited to only maybe civil servants, government employees, or so? Does it cover everybody?
It covers everybody who is banking with EcoBank.
Okay.
We will give the salary advance only to our customers.
Okay.
So if you really want to enjoy the salary advance, then you need to come to EcoBank, because it's EcoBank that will offer you that 50% of your salary at 3% fee.
Okay. Again, the number to call is 0770-672-799. Again, 0770-672-799. And the program you're listening to is Let's Talk EcoBank, right here on Truth FM 96.1. And we're also live on EcoBank Liberia Facebook page. We'll take a musical break to be right back.
Across Africa, a new era has begun, shifting our focus to a new horizon, connecting us with one purpose: to create and share opportunities to grow. Today, we are making a brighter tomorrow, built by our dreams and our energy. Across our continent, across the world, we are creating a better way to a better future. A Pan-African future. Together. EcoBank. A better way, a better Africa. Across Africa, a new era has begun. Shifting our focus to a new horizon, connecting us with one purpose: to create and share opportunities to grow.
Okay, welcome back to Let's Talk EcoBank right here on Truth FM 96.1 and EcoBank Liberia Facebook page. If you want to participate, you can call 0770-672-799. Again, 0770-672-799. I know, okay, that since the launch of this, okay, we have a caller on the line. Let me take this caller. Caller, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm Elisha Jones.
Okay, Aloysius, how are you this afternoon and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Duboro.
Okay, Aloysius.
I have an account with EcoBank, but the problem I'm facing is that my wife is in Zambia. And then each time I have to send money is very expensive to Western Union. So I was wondering whether she can be able to access the account in Zambia where when I deposit money, she can be able to withdraw from there.
Okay. Yes. Though we are discussing salary advance, but I can still answer that question for you. Yes, if she has an EcoBank account, she can access her account from there once she has the EcoBank mobile app or maybe the EcoBank online. Yes. And you can sit from there and make a deposit to her account. If you don't want to use Western Union, we also have the rapid transfer that you can visit any of our branches that she can, yes, and you can send her the money via rapid transfer. But if you have an EcoBank account, also you can sit right from your home and do that transfer from your account straight to her EcoBank account. And yes, she can have access to that account.
Yeah. Okay, so that means EcoBank have a branch in Zambia.
Yes, right? Yes. There's an affiliate there with a lot of branches. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, because I want her to be having access to the account. When I deposit money, she can just go there and withdraw.
Yeah, she can withdraw. Yeah. If she has an ATM card, she can also use her ATM card there.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. All right. The number to call is 0770-672-799. Again, 0770-672-799. And we are discussing EcoBank. That's EcoBank Salary Advance Scheme. That is the scheme where you can request for 50% of your salary and you pay back within a month. And we gave it to you at an interest rate of only 3%. Now, what I wanted to know, Kate, if assuming I'm enrolled and I receive the first payment, salary advance, after that, after 1 month when I've paid, can I continue requesting?
Yes. So when you are enrolled on it, for you to get the money, you are the one to initiate that transaction.
Okay.
So you just start 326#, you follow the promptings in case you need money. So you follow the promptings and then you request for the amount that you want. You can use your ATM card to do and then withdraw. It's money that you can give the teller to cash.
Okay. Sorry, the ATM card. Yes, we have another caller. Caller, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mama.
Okay, what is your name and where are you calling from? Your name is, sorry?
Okay,
how was Kokata this afternoon? Okay.
Management will come on the radio and do some publicity. Some of we have an account with EcoBank. We have to leave for Canada to go monitor to cannot deposit or withdraw. Do EcoBank have any plan to come by Canada to see how we can make our So I'm easy of deliver and put the time come out, a lot of cost in TSA. So I'm asking them, appealing to the party to see how we can bring everybody come out and restore over the poor market. Thank you so much.
Okay, let me just speak to that. That is something that we considering. But in the meantime, what you could do, the closest branch would be at RIA. You can visit RIA, or you can go to any EcoBank Express point. At the Express point, you can deposit cash, and you can also withdraw cash. So that is easy for you. We have a lot of express points in Kakata, so you can visit any of the EcoBank Express points in Kakata, or if you still want to go to a branch, you can go to the RIA branch, which is also very close by. Okay, Kate, go ahead.
Okay, so what was I saying?
You were talking about if asked the question that assuming I received the first salary advance and I repay it, if I want to continue requesting, what is the process? Do I always have to go back to be enrolled or what?
No. You don't have to. Once you are on it, it's a 1 year service that we give. After the 1 year, we renew. So within that 1 year, if you request for money in July,
Okay.
and at the end of the month, your salary comes in and then pays, you can request for August, you can request for September, you can request every month.
Okay. But what if I want to request for 2 months?
No, we don't do that. That is why we say it's a 30-day loan. The tenure is 30 days. We don't go beyond that.
I know that when it comes to credit, there will be challenges and things that people go through. Because for those that even give money out and ask for collateral and everything, when it comes to repayment, they've had challenges. So have there been challenges since this entire product was launched at the bank?
Yes, we've had some challenges. We have seen some customers who would request for the salary advance, and then they don't pay. You would have to call them. I don't know whether they have to go to their HRs to divert the salaries or whatever it is. And this is something those are the people that is why we are doing the renewal, so that you take the bad nuts out. And so because we can stop the service because it's been helpful to people, and there are people that if you take it out now for them, it will be difficult. So we're taking the bad nuts out, and then we will give those who we feel that have some level of credibility. So that is what we are doing. That is why we are having, it's taking time for us to renew.
Okay.
Because had it not been that, once it ended, we would have renewed ever since. But because we are going line by line to see all the clients, and then to be sure that this customer
will pay, and we never had any challenge in paying.
So that is why we have to review and then select those we feel that are credible.
So assuming I have been enrolled on the platform, and I like for 4 or 5 months I've been like requesting, and maybe I had a change of job.
Okay.
How do I do it? Yeah, maybe I leave from one institution to another institution, and I decide to maintain my salary account with EcoBank. Do I have to re-enroll because this is a different institution? How do I do it?
Okay, so once your salary account is maintained, you didn't change the account number, you've not changed your phone number, because it's both the salary account and then the phone. It works with the phone. So once these are intact, you don't have a problem. All you need to do is to just alert us that you've changed your employer, and then we can update our records. But apart from that, you can still have access to the salary account.
So do I have to go back or do I have to go to this new HR because I'm now in a new institution to sign up on anything again?
No, you don't have to go to. The thing is that once you maintain your account and then your salary is coming into that account, you don't have to do anything.
Okay.
Because it's the same account number that you have given to your HR to pay your salary into.
Yeah.
So once it's coming through, it shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
Unless it has expired.
Okay.
And we are doing a review.
Okay.
If you can't wait for the review, you are in a hurry for us to enroll you on, then you can come for the form, sign, give it to your HR to sign, and then do that.
So this entire process, because that's what somebody just asked, that's people interest. This entire process, how long is it?
Okay. So we know that we've had some challenges with the time.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to the turnaround time, we've had some challenges because people have gone to the branches, and these challenges that they've had, it's not just something. We would say that some of the clients have gone to the branches, they've requested for these things. We realize the accounts are savings accounts, you know.
Okay.
So these are some of the reasons that have stalled the whole process for some of the customers.
Okay.
They
The
have
savings account and salary go into savings account.
Their salaries go into the savings account, and then we don't process loans on savings accounts. So when these happen, we have to let the customer know that, okay, this is savings account, and so you have changed your account into a salary account. And so the customer now will have to come in and then fill a form and then change the account to a salary account. It's not about filling a new form and all that. No, you will still maintain the number. You don't have to go to your HR to change any account number. It's just for us. We do our own internal thing. And then the number remains, but then the account is changed from the savings account to the current account.
Okay, so if you're following us, yeah, this is Let's Talk EcoBank, or 1 hour discussion on EcoBank products and services. And today we are looking at the salary advance scheme. And as she rightly said, for those listening, if it's a savings account, it's called you are not eligible. You will have to change your account from a savings account to a salary account. That is a major requirement to be eligible for this EcoBank salary advance. So if you want to ask any question, you want to participate, the number is 0770-672-799. Again, 0770-672-799. And we'll take another break to be right back. Another message they're saying here that they receive their salary in an express account. So they want to know if they're eligible for the salary advance.
Okay, so for the express account, no. That is why we would rather have the person get a salary checking account. Then we can do the salary advance for the client.
Because I do know that a lot of people, some institutions, they pay through express accounts, especially for those up country. That's why he's saying he's all the way there in Lofa County, but his salary goes to his express account, so he wants to know if he's eligible.
He is eligible, but not with an express account. Okay, so he is eligible, not with express account. He can open a checking account, and then we can handle that for you.
Okay. So the number to call is 0770-672-799. Again, 0770-672-799. And if you're just joining us, the program you're listening to is Let's Talk EcoBank, a 1-hour discussion on EcoBank products and services. This is where we give you the opportunity to tell us your experience with a lot of our products and services that you use, and we'll also update you on the different activities that we have with EcoBank. Again, maybe you can just quickly take us through the drill regarding the process in being eligible for the salary advance for those just joining us, because somebody just asked the same question: what and what it takes to be a part or to benefit from the salary advance.
Okay, so to be eligible, you must be a salary earner of any organization. Any organization, you must be a salary earner, and then you must have your salary domiciled at EcoBank. Your salary account should be domiciled at EcoBank, where your salary comes in. Then you are eligible for it. At least your salary should be in at least once. If your salary has come into your account one time, you are eligible for that salary advance. So you must have a salary account, and then your salary should come into the account one time.
Okay.
Then you are eligible for.
Okay, just one time.
Because we need to know what your net is. It is based on the net that we come up with the 50%.
Okay.
So when your salary comes one time, then we can use that and then place you on the salary.
And assuming I do not want 50% of my salary, can I also request for 25% or 30%?
The thing is that we will give you 50%. We will send you a notification that you are eligible for 50% of your salary. Now, let me just give this example. Maybe you make $1,000, but then for us, the net, we say, okay, you are eligible for $500 out of the $1,000. Now, the $500 at the time when you had an emergency, you don't need a $500. You only need $200. You can request for the $200 on your phone, and it is based on the amount that you request that we charge the 3%.
Okay.
So it's not because we say you're eligible for $500. We are charging you 3% on the $500. We are only charging you charging the fee on the amount that you take
at a time. Okay.
So that is how it works. So you can have $500 as your the amount you're eligible for, but you choose to take $100. You choose to take $200. That's okay.
Okay, so the 3% applies on the amount.
So the amount that you take at a time.
Oh, that's, very, very minimum. Yeah, that's a good thing. So if you're listening to us, whether and you're a salary earner, you have your salary account with EcoBank, whether you work with the United Nations, so you work with any NGO, whether the public sector, the private sector, you're a civil servant, maybe a medical doctor, as long as your salary passes through EcoBank, you are definitely eligible to benefit from this salary advance scheme that we are offering, and we give it to you for just a minimum charge, just 3% of whatever you are requesting for. Somebody is asking again for you to explain to them the process. They said they just joined us. They want to know the entire process. What is it like? Where do they start from, and how does it end?
Okay, so if you are listening to me and then you want a salary to be placed on the salary advance, you have to walk to any EcoBank branch where you have to walk to any EcoBank branch. Request for a form, the salary advance request form. You complete the form and then you send it to your employer to also authorize it. And then you send it back to EcoBank with a copy of your ID card. When you submit it, within 3 working days, we will upload you on the salary advance portal. And then you receive, how will you know that we have uploaded you? You receive a notification from EcoBank telling you that you have been pre-approved for this amount, a particular amount of salary advance. Then you can start your journey.
So after you receive that pre-approval alert, what do you do? Is that when now you can request or what?
Yes, when you have received the pre-approved, then you can request. Because let me speak on that. We have realized that a lot of people just dial *326#, and
Okay.
then they say, I'm not getting the money. And they are not pre-approved. Just yesterday, I had that experience. A customer called me and said, I've been on your salary advance and I'm not being able to access the advance. So I said, when you dial, what message do you receive? And then the customer said, oh, I've been using. I said, okay, send the message to me. So when he sent it to me, I realized that he's not even on the.
He's not. He hasn't been uploaded.
Been uploaded.
Wow.
Because once you uploaded, there is a message that you receive. So if you receive message that you can be pre-approved, you are not pre-approved. If you get a message,
So he said,
if you get a message that you can be
you can
pre-approved,
be. Okay.
that
That's
means you
are not pre-approved. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you can have access to EcoBank salary. You don't have access to it. So now, when you receive that you have been pre-approved and there is an
That
amount,
means you are approved.
and
Yes.
when there is an amount stated there, then you know that you have been approved. So then, based on the amount that is there, that is when you dial within
Okay.
the
So
amount.
the message comes with the amount.
It comes with the amount.
Okay.
It comes with the
Okay.
amount.
Okay.
So that you don't take beyond that amount.
That
You
okay.
can work within that amount.
And that amount is constant. So throughout for the entire 1 year, for every time you're requesting, it's only within that amount.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And there are people that we place them on the salary advance who never used the service.
Wow.
They never borrowed. And the thing is that once you don't take any money, we don't charge you the 3%.
And obviously.
We only charge the 3% when you take money. And then let me also say that over the 1 year, there has been some issues that I realized customers face. You know, when they dial the *326, they go through the entire process. Those who are pre-approved, they want to see a credit on their phone, like a credit come onto the account to see that maybe they requested for $300 and they are seeing $300 credited to the account before they go to the ATM. Please, because it is credit, we don't put the money on your account like a deposit placed on your account.
Okay.
So once you request for $300, and the message comes that you are successful. It says you are successful. Go to the nearest ATM, use your card, and then punch in the amount that you requested for, and withdraw the amount.
So it does not go into your account as a credit.
It doesn't come as a credit.
So assuming you have the EcoBank mobile app and you receive that alert, if you use the app to know your balance, won't you see it?
It will not show. It will not show. So do not go to your balance to check whether the money has come into your account. It's credit that is being given to you. It's not money that you have as a deposit sitting in there. So you can use your card and then go to the ATM and then withdraw. Now, when you go to the ATM, don't check for your balance to say the money has not entered my account. Just punch in the amount that you requested for that has been approved for you, and then withdraw the amount.
So assuming I don't want to withdraw all at once.
The thing is that you are eligible for $500. If you want to take $100, that is what you request for at a time
from the ATM.
Yes, because
so the remaining 400 will still be there, or do I have to withdraw the entire 500?
No. That's what I'm saying. If you have 500 as the amount, as the threshold for you, okay, and then you don't need that 500, but you need $100 out of it. That is what you request for on your phone, and then you go to the ATM and withdraw the $100. Don't request for $200 and go and withdraw $100. You understand my point?
Okay.
Do not request for $200 and then go and withdraw $100. Request for what you need at a time.
So assuming Okay, I'm looking for a scenario to fit what I want to say. Assuming I have an emergency for $300
Okay.
and I request and I'm eligible and everything, and that message comes that I'm eligible for the 300. Fine, whatever problem I wanted to solve at that time that I requested for the 300, it has already been resolved. So I
So
decided, okay, take out 100 and leave the 200 in case of anything.
yeah, so if you take the 100 and then you leave the 300, it's good for you. So at the end of the
Hmm.
month, when after 30 days, whatever we take from you is just the $100 that you have
Okay,
withdrawn.
I understand it now.
You understand?
Yeah.
It's just the $100 that you have. Once you have not withdrawn that amount, it's just the
So
$100 that
even
you
if I request for the 300
yeah.
and I did not withdraw the 300, the 3% will only be applied on the 100.
No, you are eligible for 300. You
Mhm,
requested for 300. You know the
mhm.
fee is taken at once.
Okay.
So once you take you dial and then you put in 300,
Mhm.
you'll be charged 3%
That
on the 300.
300, yeah.
So if you go and then you take $100 and then you leave the 200, the fee has already been taken.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
the fee has already been
So
taken.
you will be losing if you don't
So
withdraw everything.
so
Yes.
you can just withdraw. You can leave it once you don't have need for that money.
So after removing the 3% interest and I do not have need for the money and I leave it, what becomes of the interest that was taken from me?
That was taken from you.
Mhm. Because I did not withdraw the money.
It will not be given back.
Okay.
It will not be given back.
Okay.
Because we've had instances even when people finish with the 300, like the request for the 300, they go in to withdraw $100 today.
Mhm.
Then tomorrow they come back to withdraw the next $100. Then the next day they go back and then withdraw them. You understand? So we take the fee to give you the chance to withdraw, the amount that you requested for.
I think this information was very, very necessary. Very, very necessary. It's almost like we have like 6 more minutes to wind down. And if you want to call quickly, the number is 0770 Again, 0770 What I want you to do now for me, kid, is to talk to salary earners across the country, whether they work with the United Nations, whether they work with the diplomatic corps, wherever they are, whether the public sector or the private sector. I want you to talk to them to get involved. As long as they have their account with EcoBank, their salary account with EcoBank, they can apply for the salary advance scheme.
Okay, Ivy, before that, let me just talk on something very important
Okay.
so that I don't forget. So, with the experience, I realized that some people come to the bank and then they want to withdraw again on a negative balance. Maybe they've taken money they took money in June
Mhm.
and their salaries have not yet come to cover the amount and the account is already negative.
Mhm.
Then they come back and they want to take another money.
It's not possible.
And when they are having issues, they come to the bank and it's like they're so angry why they can't have access to cash. The thing is that once your account is in a negative balance,
You
you
can
cannot
have
have
access to
access
cash.
to the salary advance.
This is minus salary advance. You cannot have access to cash.
Once you owing, you need to pay what you owe, and then you can have access to it. So you see some people they come, oh, my account. So you check and you realize that they have $20 negative. So I tell them, go and get $20 and come deposit that $20
Mm.
and bring your account to a zero balance and then request for the salary advance. So once you are owing,
Okay.
just pay.
Yeah.
When you pay, you can request for more.
So your account should never be in negative if
Be in
you
negative
if you
balance.
want to request for salary advance. Yeah.
So having said that, I'm calling on all of you, salary earners in Liberia. This is an opportunity for you not to have situations that needs money, and yet you don't have the means to solve the situation. EcoBank is here to make things easier, to make things better for you. We want to encourage all of you. I'm just encouraging you all that we have this service in place, salary advance. You don't need to go to anybody to explain to them your situation. Whatever it is, don't wait till you have a problem before you come and get onboarded. Get onboarded now that everything is okay for you, so that when the time comes that you need money, you wouldn't have to come and start a process. So we are begging all of you, whether you work for NGO, you work for the government, you work for anywhere you're working, once your salary account is domiciled at EcoBank, you have a free visa to get onboarded with the salary advance service. It is stressless, it is easier, it is convenient. Please,
it's collateral free.
It's collateral free. We are not going to ask you for your story building. We're not going to ask you to bring your car as collateral. We just want your salary to come. After 30 days, you pay and then you have access to money again. Please, come. We have the service. We have the money. We want to give it out.
I like that. We have the money.
Why it's becoming difficult for you to understand that we have the cash and we want to give it out. Please come.
Okay, you've heard it from the horse's mouth. We have the cash and we want to give it out. So I add my voice to call on all the salary earners in Liberia, especially if your salary account is with EcoBank, whether you work with the United Nations or you work for an NGO, or maybe you're a civil servant, or you're in the public sector or the private sector, wherever you are. Once your salary passes through EcoBank, definitely, and you have a salary account, not a savings account, or salary account, you are definitely eligible. All you have to do is to visit any of our branches, pick up the form, fill in the form and take it to your HR. Your HR should sign the form and you can drop it at any of our branches and you start your process. When you start your process, it is so easy. You will receive an SMS or message from us that will tell you that you are eligible and how much you can apply for. So it's up to you, and the interest rate is only 3%. There is absolutely no collateral. We don't ask you for property. We don't ask you for land deed. We don't ask you for anything. All you have to do is to have your salary account. And the good thing is, you don't need to have your salary passing through EcoBank for 10 months or maybe a year. Just 1 month. It makes you eligible to apply. On that note, we'll now bring down the curtains on this edition of Let's Talk EcoBank for today. But before we wrap up, Kate, maybe you have any final word? I think you've said it all right.
All that we'll look out for is a better way to save you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. A better way to serve you, a better way to bank. And the best bank is EcoBank. So we'll say we'll catch you next Wednesday, same time, same platform, EcoBank Liberia Facebook page and Truth FM 96.1. My name is Ivy. To have yourself a pleasant Wednesday evening. Bye-bye.
Across Africa, a new era has begun, shifting our focus to a new horizon, connecting us with one purpose: to create and share opportunities to grow. Today, we are making a brighter tomorrow, built by our dreams and our energy. Across our continent, across the world, we are creating a better way to a better future. A Pan-African future. Together. EcoBank. A better way, a better Africa. Across Africa, a new era has begun, shifting our focus to a new horizon, connecting us with one purpose: to create